Hola, welcome back. It is time for Mirage between these two teams, eUnited and Team Liquid. Every time I put this back on, I just have to adjust it, and I always have the microphone too close to my mouth. I don't understand why. It makes no sense, but sometimes you must adjust.
I do that all the time as well. It's like, so just, and when we go live, I'm like, oh, how far away is it?
Yeah, and maybe I should sit down at my chair.
So it's a weird tick I have.
Yeah, so here we are. Mirage, we're expecting a W for Liquid, revenge.
Yeah, but we were last map too. Very strong map for Liquid, extremely strong. But you know, I don't know after the last map how good they're feeling in general, because that just should be a map they should be able to pick up and go and play and beat most teams on no problem. And eUnited, even though they're very good at it, shouldn't have been kind of at their tier in terms of playing Inferno. So I'm not gonna make a bet on this map.
I have to say, guys, I've got new shoes. This is my last pair of Jordans that I'm buying because I have too many pairs now. But
when did you have too many pairs?
I also had too many pairs before I bought these, but now I've really got too many pairs. But I just like, I love the, when you've got the black panel there, because often on the newer ones, more recent ones, this has been white. But I can't do the white there, but the black, yes. So Shadow, my last pair of Jordans.
So nice.
Back to the Counter-Strike. Oh, well, no, we're done now. We don't need to put it on the camera. Because, oh, okay, you didn't hear that, but production is trolling me. They're like, put it on the other camera, just so we can not put it on there and go straight into the game. Screw you guys. Screw you guys. A 1-1-3 setup from eUnited. They have 3 people waiting in B, and Team Liquid, one of the more disciplined teams, waiting patiently for some aggression.
Yeah, nothing happening though. It's a very slow start. I mean, I like it from United. They're playing it really, really safe. They're doing the very standards, which we've seen forever and ever and ever. The A retake, where B is harder to retake, A is not. So you play more players on B, you rotate into A, you just prevent them from taking CT and jungle, and then you can.
Can we just quickly note that Taco threw his gun on the floor because it makes the same sound as a bomb does when you drop it on the floor. So he threw his pistol on the floor in case anybody's close A. So they think that they've accidentally dropped the gun to try and pull a rotation. Unfortunately for Taco, nobody was close A, so they didn't hear it, but the intention was there. And also, Slicky caught that, which is kind of hilarious. But there we go.
Ooh. It's a good start from Relics. One more, and there it is. A second. Whoa. Oh, God. Oh, my God. That was nuts.
That was the highlight reel.
That was. Clocks, if you don't get any kills before they jump out the apps, you're worrying a lot. But they managed to get a kill really early. Then the second one came, and the third one very quickly. And it seemed like everyone used just a single bullet each time. Very graceful. United start off the CT side with the money, but they have to deal with the Deagles, and this may be one of 2 Deagle rounds that Team Liquid are going to use against United. Scary stuff. The Deagles are looking for blood. The meat shots are out. Pretty scary. There goes Leash.
Morley down in case of a response, but no response to be had just yet. Nafly in connector. And there is the bomb. That's awkward. Oh, spotting my play towards the chair. Nitro. Nitro's aim was pretty tasty in that previous map. I feel like there are so many players which just go under the radar in terms of analysing their demos and so on. Nafly, definitely one of them. And I would have said this before his performance on the previous map for sure. I've said it in the past and I'll say it again. But maybe even Nitro is one of those as well. Round number 2 for eUnited.
It's pretty good damage because Liquid are going to probably Deagle up here again as well. We're going to see another, or are they going to just actually full save this? That would be interesting. Okay, so it's a very light investment. So Deagle no Kevlar makes a lot of sense because the Deagles, you're looking for picks, you're looking to get the kill in the first shot, so the Kevlar doesn't really make a difference, but they're actually going to just be very conservative here, save a lot of cash, which is really cool. It makes you think that they want the Orbs next round, it makes you think that they want the full utility and so on, so it's going to be really interesting to see exactly how this pans out now. See, Nitro can get north if he wants. Or the nades and the AKs. for Team Liquid. Oh, actually, okay, so we'll have an AK on Nitro. So they just wanted to have guarantee a full amount of utility, which may indicate a mid-take. Nappa having none of it though, going very far forward, my goodness. Oh, that is fantastic. How's he done that one?
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, and Relics will get punished, but Taco's down to 16 HP in the sandwich position, expectant of Dazzle, but a grenade! Oh dear. At least his body will be obscured from the television cameras. Flying Elige on the ramp now, and they have the capability of turning this around. They've got the AKs, they don't have the man advantage, but they've got the AKs. Bouncing the molly towards the stairs. So no one's on the high ground. Off the bottom right corner of that window goes towards CT. There's a minute on the clock, so they don't have to commit to a bomb plant here, but once these smokes disappear, life will be oh so difficult. You see the CTs with stereo frags around the site, and that is a great start and finish by eUnited.
Yeah, this 100-meter dash from Dapper straight from the spawn straight into the faces of Team Liquid was a fantastic way to start things off, and especially considering the fact that Liquid absolutely wanted to play the round out. They wanted to take mid control, they wanted to develop that, and I think they had the intention to play a slower round, but Dapper took the initiative and he forced their hand, and it devolved into a mid-rounding scenario. So that was very cool to see. Dazzle peek there with the AK. Oh my god, he wants action out here as well. They are savage. They do not fear, they do not respect the individual skills of Team Liquid. They themselves are looking quite confident. 5-0, fast 5-0 at that.
Nice jump onto the pillar. And indeed an electric 5-0, if you will, for the CT side. And two of the players on Liquid, Twist and Naf, haven't got any kills yet. Taco's just on the one, as is Elige, so Liquid are somewhat missing at the moment in terms of getting rounds on the board, but then again it has been, I think, just the one buy round, so can't be too judgmental about that. Nasty surprise for Taco. Ace has to be careful of the repeat now. That was getting flanked, and he went 180 in time. What could Dazzle do in a situation? Moving into the sandwich position, but he'll be facing two, almost three players. They know Ace is in Palace. Angles will be held. Ace making some steps. They know he's here. He can run distraction or try to. Body towards sandwich. Clearing out the position for his teammate to start to move it.
Quite good here. Nice entrance from Moose. They're all stuck. There's flames everywhere. Twist will be last man standing here as he tries to barrel his way up the stairs back into the defense of the bomb. He will be unable to do so. At the very least, the bomb did go down, which will give $4,200 in loss bonus to Liquid in this round and into this next round. But ultimately, the rounds are what count, and that will be one more for eUnited. They are looking so confident. Just they're taking massive amounts of initiative. You've got to love it.
6-0. Very solid start from the eUnited boys.
Lads.
5 AKs up for Team Liquid. 3 players moving up mid towards Cat, perhaps. This was the one smoke, not the second one. Got to be careful around that smoke, and look at all the spray from Team Liquid. Extreme harassment. And Connector is theirs. One player to find on the A-bomb site. Moving around towards the ramp position is Dapper. And Leech be expected. Backing off, showing to the window. Moose is there. Some steps in the wrong direction, perhaps. And now Knifelight makes his way with the bomb. He's got his gun out. And he's gone. Ooh, that is an amateur error, I think I have to say. Throwing the gun out while you're peeking a corner, you have no idea what's around the corner. He knows better than to do that. And that might cost the team. It's given the bomb back to Liquid. Oh dear.
Indeed, giving away some sound cues perhaps. Taco up onto the stairs. Moose can watch the cross, and very passive positions out elsewhere. Containment, very passive containment from Relics, in case they were to double back, which they are not. Flashbang not good enough. Moose will take Taco's head. Perhaps Twist will suffer the same fates, or perhaps he'll Houdini his way out of this one. I'll have to see. Twist just looking for anything. He knows that winning the round is going to be very difficult at this point, so to go for the desperation plant. I think he has just enough time. We have some delay on the overlay, of course, but Relics will finish him off lying in wait. Made a very timely rotation away from T-spawn into pit, and that's the round. 7-0 now. eUnited looking so good.
So good. And that bomb plant is, the lack of bomb plant is a difference between a full buy and a half buy here for Team Liquid. The extra $800 would have given them the grenades they needed, so that gives yet more advantage to eUnited to go for round number 8. 4 CZs and a Deagle though. Not the most ideal situation, and now Ace has to wonder if he will have grenades coming his way. If he needs to escape. Relic's not spotting anybody yet, now spotting everyone. No time though. The flying CZ of Nitro opens the bomb site for the T's.
This is a tough spot. Liquid are in a fairly fortifiable position now. United must take care in their retake attempt. And against these post-plant positions, Twist goes forwards to CZs. They move very fast, and that's a gun collected as well. Ace with the AWP can't quite find the shot he needs, but maybe he will. Got to find some legs. He'll have those. These remaining players are Liquid are low, but United want to save what they have and concede the round. And that's the power of the CZs. And sometimes you won't see any buys one, and then eventually the team pulls out the CZ save, and they win the round. And it's often just because the change of pace that you play with a CZ is so fast, and it's so good at being fast. Round number 1 for Liquids.
First round on the board. CZ's 8. How about it? So now they need to avoid the resets. They would have some money. They may even eke out a buy if they lose this round, Team Liquid, but by no means do they want to. Initial grenades, and there are smokes all over the middle area. Ace with a lovely angle to stop Twist from moving past. Dodging the bullets for the most part, down to 23 HP. Now got to be careful. But there's so much bedlam around that mid area. Good for another kill. Finally backs off and gives up connector.
He is brave. He was really just staying out there. He's 11-1 at the moment, so he's having a good time. Moose will get the boost, and he's going to find himself another frag as well. The bomb spotted on connector and downed. Nitro is there, but he's only got one teammate now to play off of, and that teammate, Taco, will now be in the fray as well, entering mid. But how do they get onto a bomb site? That's a really big question here, and Nitro knows there's a player on stairs. And that's what kind of gave the game away a little bit there, but Relics in with the orb. They know exactly where Taco is. Not really a good spot.
Yeah, not enough damage for them either. No plant for Liquid, so indeed we will see if they have the money for a buy. With 1400. Yeah, they're going to go for it.
eUnited are going to put us back on schedule, James, against Team Liquid. This is nuts.
Yeah, well, Liquid must win this round. Otherwise, this half is probably a write-off. 3 AKs, Elige, Twist, and Taco. Nitro and Naf with the CZ75s. So let's see what they can do. Well, that's a great start from Mr. Van Dalken. Ace, I think he was expectant of that play, but misses the swipe, unfortunately for him, and this is a cloth round so far for Liquid. StarCraft aim from Elige leaves 2 players here for eUnited. Oh boy, oh boy. When their backs are to the wall, Twist and Elige. 2 versus 3 now, and there goes Relics. Vision obscured from the scope, and that is the round Liquid needed. And it's a very expensive round to the CT side. They will have money. Moose on 10k, but that's a lot of money down the drain.
does look very grim indeed here. Where is salvation? Where is it? Like James said, it really needs to come quickly here for Liquids, otherwise this might indeed be a bit of a write-off. Oh, they look to be going for a fast pace in towards the A bomb site. They want to contact, I think that was at least hoping for a lack of smoke, and indeed just jumping straight through it. At least gets the first frag, and doesn't do anything. It's stuck in a really awful place. The flashbang was good, but just not maybe good enough for him to get the gun out in time, and Ace does get himself a frag, but the bomb will be planted. It's a 3v4, and you can see that they are deciding to protect their economy, deciding to continue into the next round with the guns that they could save from this one instead of challenging this, which is wise. So Liquids getting themselves back into the discussion, into a position where they can actually make this a half after all.
Yeah. That money will quickly disappear on the CT side. So all of a sudden we might be looking at a potential 8-7 scoreline for eUnited. Let's see, that is an important gun taken away. And the money completely sucks here for eUnited. Maybe that frag will make the difference. All of a sudden Liquid are building loads of cash. Tables have quite promptly turned, and United's take a tactical timeout, maybe to break the momentum or to discuss what they can do with what they have, what needs to change, what has changed. Where is Ace? He's got the spawn to go towards A if he wants to, towards Palace, towards Connector, ramp pick.
Ace is a baller.
His attack, the best form of defense. Do you know what Memento Mori stands for? Means? Not stands for?
Yes.
I do not recall. It's the name of Ace's knife, I saw.
Oh my god. It's,
Take that as a no
it's Latin, but I forget exactly. Oh god.
So when you said yes, you meant no.
I knew what it meant, but it's escaping me now. That
Memento Mori is a medieval Latin Christian theory and practice of reflection on morality, especially as a means of considering, where's it gone? The vanity of earthly life and the transient nature of all earthly goods and pursuits. Marvelous. I don't know what that means.
life is transient.
But what does it mean?
See it now, the push into mid here from Team Liquids, and they will open it up with a quick kill. So looking good. Relics could cause problems. He gets 2 kills here. Oh, no time for a reload. So bomb will be safe. Oh, Dazzle's picked up an AWP. I think he saw the player towards Chungu. He saw I think an elbow, and must have caught it out. Oh, but he will get taken down. So that opportunity's gone now for United. And in comes the flying. Goodbye, United. Nitro is going to deal the damage. Get the frags and bag them up. And that's going to be another round on the board for Liquid. But still, ways to go. It's United still have an opportunity to turn this around. This is another buy for them. And this buy, of course, is because they decided to go for that 3-man save. Otherwise, they wouldn't have a buy in this round. That would look as good as this.
Molly into the balcony position, off the wall. A rarer Molotov, but a lovely one. Always love to see that. Smoke to follow. Great, got the gap. Taco taken down early. In the ramp position. Most of the remainder of the team coming through Connector. Elige getting things kicked off with the frag onto Ace, but Dazzle's got an angle, or he had one, but now he has a smoke. Does he dare walk through it? There's a crossfire with Dapper if he chooses to use it as a distraction and push through it, and he will. Dapper in the meantime going for the taps when he's low, but he doesn't get the kill. Nitro will trade Dazzle, leaving in a 2-on-2. Moves coming in from T spawn.
I feel like if Relic's makes a distraction, maybe there's a chance for Moose to be able to do something, but now they're going to be suspicious of a player from Pit, I think. So Moose is going to have a hard time. Oh, the positioning here from Team Liquid is quite interesting. Both deciding to go to CT. I wonder if Moose reads that after seeing the flashbang. That's going to cause some disturbance here. Nice elevated position, sees the shadow. going for the hold. 10-second hold. There's just no way. No way. Gonna come off the bomb as well. Gets the frag, but there's no kit. Oh my goodness. That is heartbreaking for eUnited, but Team Liquid will be happy to pick up another round.
Number 5 on the board, and only 2 more rounds to fight for in this half. The comeback is real indeed. And the money sucks for eUnited. Don't really want to spend too much in this round. Will Moose continue with the AWP? He's got the spawn with which to do it. Does he go for a ramp pick or a palace play? Probably the ramp pick, it seems. No. Going for the connector play instead. Again, so many smokes. 4 smokes in the mid position at the beginning of the round. And it seems that Liquid are making a fast play towards B, so maybe this will keep eUnited entertained all too long in the wrong place. WP taken out immediately, and that is the main threat. Dazzle picks it up, but everybody else is falling. He's still heading towards B, but really, I think you may want to think about saving at this point, surely.
Nice. Catches Nitro is a bit too curious there. Gets punished. Gets slapped in the face. Well, Dazzle will continue to defend with the AWP. United definitely very happy to fight. I wonder if we'll see Dapper or Dazzle just swinging out mids as they've been doing in some of the previous rounds. I mean, they really generated a lot of momentum when they were playing very aggressively on the CT side early in the half. Dazzle will hear more than one pair of footsteps here, so he's very safe.
I don't understand why. Ooh. Nice shot. I don't understand why people hit the wall with their knife, because it gives your position away. I don't know why people do that.
People used to do it to challenge someone to a knife duel, but that's obviously not a thing.
Yeah,
that happens anymore. But
I do remember those days. But in a professional match, I just I don't know. Let me imitate this elephant and just make as much noise as possible. Are we really going to see an 8-7 half? That would be quite something. All credit to Liquid with the likes of Twist and Elige as can openers in that round. They set the wheels in motion. Relic's in a strong position until 2 people go through the smoke. Taco's already through. And if he goes back, there's no one to throw a flash for him. Speaking of flashes, loads coming in from the T side. But it's Moose who's got the first kill. Relic's repositioning. Can he pick off that fly as well? He can. He's only got 4 bullets left. But maybe he's done his job. Moose skeet shooting on the B bomb site. And that is 1 more round for eUnited at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, but finishing 9-6 is really promising. Let's not forget they won the first map against Liquid as well on Inferno. If you just are joining us, eUnited are poised to potentially 2-0 Liquid. That would be something. That would definitely be something. Liquid, of course, adding Taco recently for Steel. Steel said he was not happy with how he felt in the team, and that was a personal thing, nothing to do with anyone else in the team. Just didn't work for him. At least that's what he said publicly. And in this pistol, we'll see a set piece onto the A site with minimal utility. There's an HE and some flashes left though for eUnited, so I'm curious how those will go down.
Moving close to the smoke side of the T side. Naflight pushing through the bench. Dispatched them quickly. And already there are only 2 Liquid players remaining. With a 6-9 scoreline for Liquid, it would be disastrous for them to lose this pistol. Facing a 6-12 is not an ideal start to the second half. 2 versus 3 now. Nitro has the kit. HE is deployed. Massive damage to Relics, but he's still alive. Most importantly, no double peek with Dazzle. Peeks on his own. Now it's Nitro alone. And there is a double peek to finish things off. 10-6 in favor of eUnited.
That's 2 pistol rounds won by them in this map. 1 per half. And that definitely bodes well. It's all up to the anti-force buy though. I think earlier we had a bunch of Mirage today. This would be the 3rd Mirage I think today. In the Europe matches we saw the B rush be really effective in eUnited's position. They look to be going for some mid control. Window smoked out. 3 Mac 10s for information gathering. See if they can find something. Naf hiding. Annoying position from Naf. Look how much damage he got. That is just simply outrageous, James.
It is indeed.
It's outrageous.
United cleaning things up. Elige managing to escape into the ladder room for now. Has Moose realised it? Seems he has eventually. One or two players remaining. Where is Taco though? Seems he will hold connector, hold the flank. But, oh no, good, made his way into mid. It's a nice catch from Moose. Elige, the shadow. Moose's robotic movements finishing things off. That is round number 11. 12-6 looking very likely now. Will it be too tall an order for Liquid? Is the mountain too high to climb? First will come the USP rounds, and you never know.
You never know, you never know. I know. They'll all die, James. They'll all die a gruesome death to the MAC-10s. I like how Relics has got the USP out. It's quite cute. And Dazzle. That seems very awkward. Just get stuck in the window, try to jump a couple times and then die. I guess that's one way to get the information. Kind of works. And Ace is going to be the guy, the beneficiary.
Parkour from Nitro to make his way into the window. Nitro in the window. Out the window. There goes Nitro. Taco and Nafly remain. There is a MAC-10 that's been collected by Nafly, and he gets money out of it. Very patient bursts. Rings the bell. Ding dong. Now he can look to make some more money. Taco with the 1.6 aimbot movement. The poverty aimbots with the wobbly crosshair. I'm telling you, man, I told you, USP round, baby.
Yeah, got some damage in there. It's funny, the kill from Naf, it was a MAC-10 versus a MAC-10, mid-range, but I thought that the player from our perspective with the MAC-10 was fighting someone with a rifle because of the way that he just got digged into infinity, and I'm just like, hang on, wait, the other guy has a MAC-10 too? What, like, what's happening? The MAC-10 is surprisingly good.
In the right
sometimes, yeah. I like that Relics keeps hold on 2-1. Trying to play very economically. 12-6, big scoreline. Big pressure on Team Liquid to convert their first proper buy rounds with the first appearance of the AWP onto Nitro CT side. Nice smoke from Taco. That's a lovely lineup, actually. Steal that one. And the United were not going to be picking opportunities towards B-Abs just yet. No presence in mid either. Pretty standard stuff here so far, just a slower pace round from both teams, neither team wanting to take the early round initiative. Now, Nitro is entering the window with his AWP position. Well, okay, he's actually going back to... Okay, just floating around basically, looking to respond to info. Late top mid take here from eUnited at the 1 minute mark.
It's nice. I think Elige just threw that smoke into connector, and I don't know if the T's saw him throw it. So that smoke will delay the entrance into connector. Maybe they did see it, since he is on fire now. Otherwise, it would have been a really interesting play because he had the position to stop them making their way into connector. However, United were smart enough to deal with the matter, as the jungle music song goes. Twist taken down on the ramp position. That leaves Nafly with a lot to do. Taking out the bomb carrier. Now he can fall back as Taco is coming into the short position. Now Taco is alone there. What does he choose to do? Moving through towards CT. Dazzle will look for him. Dazzle will be lucky to get away with that one. He can rotate to the other side, even change position if he wants to. There are flashes on these T sides, these T players. Seems Taco will hide in plain sight. Ooh, he wasn't expecting that. Oh! Awkward. Round number 13 for eUnited.
Yeah, this is really problematic for Liquids. They'll only get one more chance to have a situation where they can prevent eUnited from like one more really solid buy, where they can prevent eUnited from taking that match points. So that is pretty scary, and that buy will be the next round. Oh, they're gonna force it up here. Okay. They're forcing it up. We'll have to see if that's a wise choice or not. They will not have enough money for a buy in the following rounds. They'll have a loss bonus, sure, but it will still be a bad buy. Moose does get challenged by 2, and he will not succeed. Some information there for United, though.
Will there be a sound cue? Yes, there will be. Play through the smoke from Alex. He's got to pick his timing wisely. If he hears a grenade being thrown, well, he's heard Nafly run away, and he can try and use that smoke while it's up to advance his position. He won't go crazy, though, won't go too far. See what United can do with this player in the ladder room. Someone just shot the event open, not sure who, though.
Yeah, I wonder if it was Alige who's sitting in that position. It's just very tense right now. This is a game of dominoes. When the first player dies, I think we're going to see everyone die quickly afterwards. Dazzle now makes the push. He's got to trade out. There's another trade onto Dazzle. Alige is going to dart back through the vents as the main push can come up the pit position. It's actually pretty clear. Ace is a guy on the cover, and there's a smoke to CT. So they're going to create a spot where they can actually plant default side, although Dapper has to survive, so Ace can keep covering. Oh, awkward stuff here. 40 seconds to go. Swapping the AWP onto Dapper. You'd love to see that. The weakened player going for the bomb plant. Oh my god, and Alige through the smoke takes him down. Oh my days.
Marvelous stuff, and Ace has had quite enough of this. He won't be heard by Nafly. They would have heard each other. Nafly coming in for the flank with all of 3 HP, but if Ace misses the shot, then doesn't need more than that. AWP will be disposed of, got to respect that. He has resigned himself to doom, to perishing in this position. Ooh. Not quite time to plant the bomb.
Was that
I don't know.
before or after time? I think it was before.
Yeah,
Just
I think
barely.
so.
Yeah.
Based on the money.
Damn. 13-7. Or 7-13, I should say. Because Liquid get around on the board.
This game has really gotten away from Liquid, hasn't it?
They are on the struggle bus. The struggle bus business is strong.
It's flourishing.
It's booming.
Struggle bus industries rising up the stock market.
Because I first heard that term from Vendetta, I just picture the logo being Vendetta's face with a cheesy smile and his thumbs up.
I don't think you do appreciate that for some reason.
I know, I just when I think of it, I think of him because he's the first person I had to say it, so he gets the honor to...
He is the personification of the struggle bus.
That's what you're saying.
He's the creator. Ooh, nice. This is a well-used service that see Liquid can avoid it this time around. Naf able to get some damage there. 3v3, but the positioning is pretty good for United. They just don't have a bomb plant. That is slightly awkward. There's 1 minute left. They don't have to rush things. Alige will get caught pushing forwards, though, as the bomb is now planted, and the creep from Nitro in the apps is coming into play, but he's only got an MP9. Will it be good enough? Nice timing on the flash, but I think both players get blinded. Nitro able to pick up the AK. And there's one frag. This gets scary now. Twist has an opportunity to get out in there, and Ace takes down Nitro. One more shot to find the next opponent. 1 HP for Twist. I don't know that Ace has any idea. Smoking himself out to make things difficult. In comes the Glock. He's, again, got no idea about the health situation on Twist as he pushes through the smoke and somehow just catches Twist with a glancing blow of the Glock to take him down. 14-7.
His flash actually worked. It looked like it might have bounced off of a weird angle to blind him, but oh my god.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Wow, yeah, you're right. Just barely caught him. Oh my god. 4 CZs. How's that, James?
Well, it is what it is. And we are where we are then.
And we are going to be witnessing a wonderful display there in the Palace. Wonderful display, Counter-Strike.
Some extra bullets, just in case he's playing dead. Now Dazzle's turn to go through the smoke, and he really wants to cut him in half.
Wow.
eUnited looking polished, looking spectacular.
Think they have time to qualify for the FACEIT major?
Everyone has time to qualify for the FACEIT major.
They are a really good team, so it's really cool. The thing that I love about United is that, okay, sure, they are the underdog team, but when you look at them, they have good fundamentals, and they've got good role players, and they've got everything. They've got an AWPer, they've got, you know, structure, it's good team play. Like it's really cool. They just need more experience, and then the sky seems to be perhaps the limit for them. So looking forward to seeing how they grow together. This would definitely be a big win for them. Hell, again, if you are just joining us, they won the first map against Liquid, 16-14 on Inferno. And they look to be in a very good position to win this round and match here on Mirage as well. Slow start to it, though. Deagle in play from Taco. Got to be careful about that. If you're eUnited, don't want to get one deeked. That's still testing the water here towards B. Wants more information.
Sees a jump peeking Taco. And they continue to look at each other. 2 players in B, 3 in A. No one in window. Is this to eke out a response? The short B smokes. It's a fake, it's a trap, it's a lie. It's all a lie. Nafly is there, he has to be taken out. Lovely flick from Relics. And maybe they rotate towards the B bomb site because they're not moving from A. Do they realize it's a fake? It seems that perhaps they do. Twist just waiting for it, but all these players are ready for the headshots. Last 2 now around the connector position. There goes the lead, the trade. It's Nitro with the AK. We've seen him do more ridiculous things than this. Repositioning, giving himself some more cover. Relics lies in wait in the middle area. Killed 2 already. He knows Relics is behind him somewhere. Which player can he engage first is the question. It will be Relics, but Relics says no. 16-7, a monster performance from eUnited today. 31 kills for Moose.
Holy smokes.
Damn, really impressive stuff. Again, we saw essentially, I mean, they won both pistols. Let's remember that. But we saw, as we see here from Dapper, great aggression. They got a good lead on our CT side by taking the initiative and running with it. And that was very cool to see because that's very much how you want to play this map in a lot of spots. They showed that they can do that. Ace with his fearless AWPing. You can see there, 11-1. Having a very good time of it early on the CT side. Generally, just a very well-rounded CT side for United.
That was awesome to watch. I thoroughly enjoyed that. We saw some great plays from eUnited as well as Team Liquid, that round where it was Twist, Elige, and Taco with the AKs and a sort of long-range box on the A side. That was a very enjoyable round as well, and it shows you the skill that Team Liquid have on their team. But today was not their day, unfortunately. It was eUnited's day, or it was for those last 2 hours. The next 2 hours are going to have Luminosity versus NRG, and that's going to start on the Cash. That's coming up after the break. Stay tuned. We will be back shortly.